Today's lesson will cover the different types of storytelling that we see in kindergarten. Kinder friends should recognize 4 different types of stories: storybooks, poems, fantasy, and realistic text. Storybooks are short stories that can often be read in one sitting. They are meant for young audiences and have images on each page that describe the text. Miss Garcia's personal favorite storybook is If You Give a Mouse a Cookie, a story about what happens when you give your friend Mouse just one cookie and it ends up turning into a lot. Poems are much shorter texts that often have rhyming words. The types of poems that we see in kindergarten can often be played with music and are turned into nursery rhymes, like Humpty Dumpty or like Dr. Seuss. One of my favorite poems is I Have a Little Frog. I have a little frog, his name is Tiny Tim. I put him in the bathtub to see if he could swim. He drank up all the water, he gobbled up the soap, and when he tried to talk, he had a bubble in his throat. Fantasy stories can be long or short stories, but they all have a few things in common. Fantasy stories have make-believe characters and themes like wizards and dragons, pirates, and big adventures. My favorite fantasy story is the story of Cinderella, about a poor girl who gets a wish granted by her fairy godmother for one night to go to the ball and meet with the prince. Realistic text is usually a longer piece of text and is different from the others that we've covered so far. Realistic text can be the retelling of events that have happened in the past or a made-up story that could have happened. One of my favorite pieces of realistic text is The Water Princess, a story about an African princess who dreams about how she can bring more water to her village.